Commander Zara Chun stood at the observation deck of the UES Defiance, watching the alien fleet materialize through hyperspace. 50 massive vessels, each the size of a small moon, emerged from the void with an elegance that belied their destructive purpose. The Carvani Collective had arrived, and they had come with demands. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission," reported Lieutenant Morrison from the communication station. "Put it through," Chun replied, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing a towering figure with crystalline exoskeleton and multiple optical sensors. The Carvani ambassador's translator rendered its words in clipped, mechanical tones. "Humans of Earth, we are the Carvani Collective. Your species has violated the sacred mining rights of 17 systems in the Andromeda sector. You will immediately withdraw all human presence from these territories and pay tribute of 1 million tons of processed titanium annually for the next 1,000 cycles. Failure to comply will result in the systematic destruction of your homeworld." The transmission ended abruptly, leaving the bridge in tense silence. Admiral Rodriguez, observing from Earth Command via quantum link, appeared on the secondary display. "Commander Chun, what's your assessment?" Rodriguez asked. Chun studied the tactical readouts. The Carvani fleet outgunned her small task force by a factor of 20 to 1. Any rational military commander would recommend negotiation, perhaps even capitulation. But Chun had studied human history extensively, and she understood something the aliens clearly didn't. "Admiral, request permission to transmit our response." "Granted." Chun activated the communications array and faced the camera with unwavering resolve. "Carvani Collective, this is Commander Zara Chun of the United Earth Space Force. Your demands have been reviewed and rejected. Humans don't negotiate with terrorists." The response came within minutes. The lead Carvani vessel fired a warning shot that vaporized a nearby asteroid, demonstrating their devastating firepower. "Your defiance is illogical." The ambassador's voice crackled through the speakers. "We offer you terms. Accept them or face extinction." "Counterproposal," Chun replied calmly. "You have 30 minutes to withdraw from this system before we consider your presence an act of war." Lieutenant Morrison looked at her in disbelief. "Commander, with respect, they could obliterate us in minutes." Chun smiled grimly. "Mr. Morrison, pull up historical file 77 Alpha. Display it on the main screen." The view screen showed grainy footage from the early 21st century. Towers falling, explosions in distant cities, and then the methodical, relentless response that followed. The 30-minute deadline approached. The Carvani fleet maintained position, clearly expecting the humans to reconsider their suicidal stance. "Commander," reported the tactical officer, "I'm detecting massive hyperspace signatures. Multiple contacts approaching fast." Chen's smile widened. "Right on schedule." The space around the Carvani fleet erupted with light as 300 human vessels dropped out of hyperspace simultaneously. Destroyers, battlecruisers, and carrier groups from across human space had answered the call. The fleet that emerged wasn't just from Earth. Ships bearing the insignia of Mars Command, the Jovian Defense Force, and even the distant Centauri colonies formed a vast semicircle around the alien invaders. Admiral Rodriguez appeared on screen again, his expression grim. "Carvani Collective, this is Admiral Rodriguez of United Earth Command. You made 2 mistakes today. First, you threatened our people. Second, you assumed we'd negotiate with terrorists. Humans don't work that way." The Carvani ambassador's image flickered back online, its optical sensors darting frantically. "This is impossible. Our intelligence indicated limited human naval capability." "Your intelligence was wrong," Chun replied. "We've been preparing for this day since we first left our solar system. Every human world, every colony, every outpost has ships ready to converge on any point of attack. You wanted to demonstrate your power by threatening Earth. Instead, you've just learned why every species in this galaxy knows the same rule. Humans don't negotiate with terrorists." The Carvani fleet began their retreat without another word, disappearing into hyperspace as quickly as they had arrived. In the silence that followed, Chun reflected on a truth that had defined her species for millennia. Sometimes the only way to ensure peace was to be uncompromisingly prepared for war. The message would spread across the galaxy within days. Humanity's response to the Carvani ultimatum would become legend, a stark reminder that some species simply refuse to be intimidated, regardless of the odds.